Gemini, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I am Essential RockStar'Seed, and I have another intuitive message for you. Today, keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Gemini, the only thing I hear from your reading is we fucking on the same hoe, but we're not the same. So even if you don't think of this person as a hoe or anything promiscuous in the book, you get better sex, you get better intimacy, you get more of an emotional bond. You got the stronger of the emotional bond between you and this person. That's all I got. So we'll see what happens. I was going to use this deck first. Somebody, it may come off in a derogatory way, but someone doesn't want to speak on your connection out of protection, not out of embarrassment or some form of playing and manipulating the experience. They think highly of you, so they're protecting it, and they understand. And this is coming from inner wisdom, where they understand where they're coming from. It's not the most healthiest space, but it's deemed a little toxic or extremely toxic. So they don't want anybody throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what it sticks by way of making hurling insults or saying derogatory things to discourage you from wanting to be with this person. This person, to me, this person's working very hard behind the scenes to make sure that your connection is protected. Because they have that mental clarity that they understand what this is, what this is. Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. So to me, it's like I hear a Nicki Minaj song "Catch Me." So you could be behind the scenes, just working on yourself. You could feel like, based off of what I just said, you can feel like you're out there alone. You can also feel like you don't have a choice but to focus on yourself, that it's not very secure, it's not the most secure of an experience right now. But what you are doing is, as you see your person taking necessary space for themselves, you have the same space to perfect yourself too. That's what it tells me. Four Swords is like, call a truce, retreat. Like, you're not the type of person who's going to fight for something that's not asking to be paid attention to that velocity. So on the bottom is Four of Cups. I don't know what all of that means yet. You might be picking up on somebody's lack of motivation. Wow. Because this is two contrast energies, even though the cups are there. So the emotional state is there. So you picking up on somebody's esteem being too low to have the ambition or the drive. And I'll give you an example. You if you know you're in love with somebody, you want to take that opportunity and make the most of it. Not like an opportunist, but like someone who's highly grateful. You come from a space of sincere gratitude, like fancy having you here kind of energy. So when you're feeling very strong about someone, you put it into your craft to make more of it. It's like, why would I have all this additional love and don't do anything with it? That doesn't make any sense. So you could be speaking from a space of common sense, and you're using the love that you have to make more of what you already have, or make more of something. While this person, I don't know what they're doing in that Four of Cups. Like, they have the luxury. They're taking advantage of the fact that they may have the luxury of sitting in front of the TV set and doing nothing. Scrolling down their phone. Someone could really use a seminar on how to perfect a social media platform to further amplify their business. So I feel like you took a step back because you're putting more into it than anybody else. I feel like someone took a step back from you, or It's too intense. If you didn't do it, y'all could be mirroring each other where you both did it from a space of indecisiveness. Like, I don't know what to do with all of it. I don't know all of what to do with this experience just yet. Meanwhile, you're progressing somewhere like that's a princess of cups, a costume designer, where someone has the luxury of just sitting back, doing nothing, or having that luxury, or feeling like they have the luxury of just scrolling through their phone. Like, that doesn't happen every day. With this economy, it doesn't happen every day in modern day society where how do you have the luxury to sit home and do nothing? Or when you're not at work, you just sitting there doing nothing. Like, somebody does not know who they are or what they're going to do yet. So their identity is on a crisis. I don't know. What's up, Gemini? Let's see. Share video marketing. So you want to get your message out, reach more people, and develop a deeper connection with your audience through video. That could be what the costume designer is. Or in what you do in retreat, something like that. Train, exercise daily to keep your body and spirit strong, healthy, and full of energy you need to build your business. You took a step back. I don't know how the other person is taking it, but they might be watching you, because if you put this together, they could be watching your content. Like, I need a mental break. So whatever you're doing, that's like that, you're in that go-getter energy, or that fighter spirit where you're making things happen for yourself no matter what, and someone's watching it, thinking that's enough. I don't know if they think that's enough. I don't get the hint that they think that's enough. But they can't, that's the only way they can connect with you, is what I'm getting. They feel like that's the only way I can connect with this person. This person doesn't make the most time for me. You might be you might be perceiving that the type of resource this is declutter. Declutter. You know, create a sacred space, a sacred workspace that you love. Clutter keeps you stuck. You want to clear it and watch your creativity and abundance flow easily. Someone needs to get rid of grudges. That's what I heard. Someone needs to set goals too, and create one to poke out. So you want to get creative in your business, and how can you break the rules in your niche, and how can you create momentum? How can you zag when others zag? You are making promises to yourself that whatever goals and dreams and whatever dreams and goals you set for yourself, you are making a promise that you're going to make them come true. So you're dead set on that. Lionhearted sticks out to me. It speaks to me, so we're going to shuffle around that. Because it gives me, you just had the balls to do it. Nobody really gave you like a formula to work with. You just went out there and figured it out for yourself, which is respect. So there's a high regard for you. The beautiful bandit. So you have Lionhearted and the beautiful bandit. So first of all, you could be 26 or 29. But let's start with Lioness. Your ability to love yourself and be empowered is maturing. You are learning that the real beauty and value of you comes from within. You are learning to rise above emotional game playing with honesty. You can enjoy your attractiveness as a person without allowing it to control your life or your sense of self worth. If others are trying to control you through their opinions about your appearance or in another way, you will be strong enough to recognize it as their issue and nothing to do with you. Others will be attracted to your true inner beauty, appreciating your loveliness and enjoying how it helps them feel good about who they are too. So when you get the spiritual guidance, this brings you, Lioness brings you her soul medicine, helping you recognize that your feminine power is grounded in dignity. She stands against beauty being used as a tool of manipulation. So you're not shallow, is what I'm getting. So to get something to control someone, to put someone else down, or to make them feel unworthy, she knows that such behavior is dishonorable. You take it as an act of dishonor. So taking what was once beautiful and distorting it into something ugly and corrupt is not your play. So Lioness is the medicine of honor, of beauty that is enjoyed but not exploited. She is a soul medicine of courage. She refuses to be used as a pawn in another's game. She refuses to play with the minds and emotions of others. Well, that's you, Gemini. Your ways are direct and open. You're confident in who you are. You're not afraid to be honest. You may try to get some people may try to get the better of you, but you know that you'll never let yourself be manipulated, even if quietly spoken. Your truth has the impact of a roar, and you're not afraid to claim what's rightfully yours. And you will not quit until you're secure in what was meant for you. And that's what this energy is giving me. Very, very good play on words. So with your confidence in your heart, you can live your life in the open without any need to hide because you're the one that's showing up in rigorous honesty. You're the holder of a lioness type of medicine, a brave one, a huntress, a protector of dignity, justice, and truth. You didn't do anything cowardice to get to where you are. You didn't sell out. That's what it means. Hold on, I gotta drink some water. So when we see the beautiful bandit in the reading, it's talking about you choosing to feel good about yourself right now in the moment. If you've been beating yourself up, don't do that anymore. You should stop that right now. Don't let anyone else decide how you should feel about yourself. Taking responsibility for your actions means that when you have done something that you feel is out of integrity, you do something about it that is constructive and useful. Damning yourself with judgment or allowing another to steal your self esteem is neither of those things. The Divine Mother is telling you to forgive yourself and use your energy. I feel like when I see the Divine Mother, I look at you as your higher self. So for some of you, your North Node could be in Gemini, and it's telling you to forgive yourself and use your energy now to live the best life that you can. It's time to take your life back. Somebody does really good makeup. But the spiritual guidance is talking about what someone's recognizing about you is that you're one tough sweetheart. You're a spiritual gangster. You're a beautiful bandit, stealing back from the unworthy that which rightfully belongs with you. You have a certain spiritual right that cannot be denied to you. Your dignity, your power, your grace, your sense of beauty and self-esteem, your chosen belief systems, your energy, and your right to take up space in the world rightfully belonging to your soul. Your faith in your spiritual connection with the Most High and sense of life purpose belongs to your soul too. In other words, Lord, I am in need of whatever good that you may send down on me in need. Because that's what Moses had to say when he fled the town and his life turned around for the better. So do your joy, your laughter, and your enjoyment of life. Your belief in your own purity of heart and the goodness of your own being. Your right to love yourself is owned by your soul too. Even when you make mistakes, God forgives you and He loves you. And knowing that you're doing your best and are something like a precious daughter or like a perfect daughter figure, like you show up right You have a spiritual right to be free from torment, cruelty, and mental anguish. You alone own the right to choose your thoughts and claim your freedom to make your own choices. You are fierce with wisdom. You know that another cannot ever successfully steal what truly belongs to you, and if they try, your sacred rage will rise up. You will not hesitate to stake the winning claim for what is rightfully yours. So when you see this card, it comes to you with a message that anything you feel has been taken from you unfairly shall be taken back by you. Claim what is yours by spiritual right, justice will prevail. In other words, you got a bite that doesn't quit. So if you feel like someone's trying to play on you or try to tear down your self-esteem or make you feel like you're unworthy and you're not good enough, your self-esteem threatens somebody. So you could be picking up on somebody's low self-esteem and you chose to retreat with these two fours. And also to remind you that God is in control. So when I see sharing video content, someone could be trying to make you feel embarrassed about how you choose to express yourself or whatever your outlet is. And then you have training. It's like you're too mentally strong for someone. And when I say declutter, that's coinciding in the four swords with retreating from what doesn't serve you or what's going to block your creative endeavors or your creative niche to make stuff happen for yourself. So someone was being very deceptive with you. With the seven, it's giving very seven of swords energy, Gemini. Someone could have weaponized sex against you, even if you didn't have sex. They tried to use it to tear you. They too weak spirited for you. Weak in the loins, weak in the mind, weak in the spirit. You see that, and you didn't judge them anyway. I feel like someone's humbled by your progress because if they had it, they wouldn't be threatened by what you come to the table with. Chakra for Gemini. I just feel like they thought you were a little slower than what you are, and it didn't happen. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords. You're definitely smartened up about some stuff. Judgment. See? Discernment. The Two of Pentacles is trying to keep you off balance. They're trying to make you feel as insecure as possible. Or you could be picking up on a third party, trying to make someone feel insecure. Someone worked really hard to get somebody in this space. So that's what they feel like their power is over people. You know, that's what they feel like their power is in this world. If I could persuade you to just sit like a poor unfortunate soul, as you will, someone who is like a squatting duck, a sitting duck, at the behest of someone else's manipulation or mind control over them. You might be learning that that's what this person secretly struggles through with this Eight of Swords and this Two of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of this reading is your strength. Them being attached to you gives them a different perspective or a fresh, it allows them to see life from a fresh set of eyes, that what they were settling for has more to do with their poor esteem or their poor self-worth or their low self-value than it has to do with someone having some kind of like mind intrigue. It's not a mind intrigue, it's mental abuse is what they could be overcoming. And they see you coming as this Queen of Swords and this Judgment. Like, you could come in and teach this person right from wrong, but not like a dictator. I feel like with the Queen of Swords and the Judgment, you have a discernment, you have a respect of boundaries, but you also have respect enough of a person to teach them if it was the right thing to do. You know, you would feel better right now. It's not like your moral compass, I'm sorry, I belched. Your moral compass points north 100% of the time, but you know how to protect yourself from low frequencies, low self-esteem, low vibration. And the irony in all of this is you have to protect yourself from the very person you could teach this stuff to. You were teaching this stuff to, because whoever was the influence before you, this is how you're seeing how they're showing up in everyday life. They're low value, low self-esteem, low worth. Like, you just let people just dump all over you like that. It couldn't be me, type of thing. With the Eight of Swords, who was constant plotting on you, leaving you unbalanced with the Two of Pentacles. It's like you have a lot of accountability, and you're using the discernment as to, is this person even worth the bill or worth the liability? You could have picked up on them projecting onto you if like you're the one that may not be worth the aggravation, but what it really is they don't have what you come, they don't have the stamina that you come to the table with. They're lazy. You see that? Very lazy in how they show up. So it's not worth the deal for you. And being that you're sharp enough to know your place, to know your boundaries, to be that kind of intelligent, scares the shit out this person or just leaves them in the dust, boldface. And there's the Four of Cups again, with feelings of disappointment and the Nine of Swords. Like, I feel like that's more of you picking up on their stress, because you already got your shit together. So you shouldn't be made to feel embarrassed. Reciprocal. Just wanted to flip over. Six of Pentacles. You shouldn't be made to feel embarrassed about being single and being successful. Someone tried to make you feel ashamed of it. Maybe it's energetic or just mental. Like, you're choosing a lonely life. Like, someone might wanted to make you feel like your life is lonely because you don't have, it's not drama filled. It's not filled with people, even if they're not the best type of people to be around. This is someone who don't know how to stand on their own 2 feet. So you could be mirroring them in a sense where you're teaching them how to stand 10 toes in who they are and what they need to be doing. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? And I feel like you get bored of meeting people like that. You always meet people. You could be a person who meets a lot of people who could use your expertise. But it's like, well, who's my vibrational match? What lessons do I still need to learn as to why am I still here? What's the Six of Pentacles? The Hierophant. So you met someone, even though they're in a shitty ass space, you almost overlooked them, and not realizing they are meant to be a mass leader or a mass communicator or something like that, like you. So you reciprocate the same energy. So this person, it's like you met your match with someone where you almost overlook them because of the trial and errors that they're in at this phase in life. It almost looks like everybody else, but it's not everybody else. It's a vibrational match for you. And they're coming from a lifetime of boredom. And when they saw you or met you or got to experience you in some way or another, even if it's just a conversation over coffee, it just sparks something in them. They use discernment as to what to do next, as to step into their power. Something about you inspiring somebody to step into their power. You taught them to seek inner wisdom with the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords. It's like, rather than feel like a victim, at least the worst of it is over. Or they're starting to realize by seeking inner wisdom or being in retreat, because the same space, again, the same space you have to take from someone or someone's taken from you, you each have that same space to reflect. So the Ten of Swords and a Hermit, maybe it felt like a betrayal for you, or someone's choosing lower frequencies or a low life over progress with you, or progress inspired by you. Anyway, Gemini, it just feels like it's a cliffhanger. It's a little bit of a cliffhanger. So I'm gonna get something to close it out. What you could be focusing on right now Or what do you need to do to keep yourself, what you could be doing to entertain yourself while you're working on yourself. I'll say it like that. Be a body. So you didn't know. Look at the illustration, blue for communication. And the dress in this grid is blue. So it's going to be a feminine energy or something, or how to deal with my emotions. You didn't know your brain is a body and your body is a brain. To process your emotions from desirous longing to heartbreak, you must get present in your body. That means finding the center of gravity, trusting the breath to nourish you, and feeling all your sensations. Research somatic sensory practices to guide you. So the action is, where do these sensations stem from? When did you first feel them? What are they trying to take care of? In what ways are they hindering you? It's by feeling and interrogating your physical sensations that you can understand both the depth of your social conditioning and your well of potential to reshape this conditioning in the name of pleasure. So you don't have to be so disappointed. You can alchemize that energy into something that works for you. And that's what I feel like you're doing. One more. You want to get one more? Listen close. They say when someone tells you who they are, you should listen. But the challenge of listening is a question of presence. Most of us listen to another in order to react. We wait for our turn to respond, projecting the best or else most reactive versions of ourselves outward in a bit of century ourselves and be heard. So the action is to be present, is to completely connect with someone else in the moment, drinking every word they say, literally and figuratively. Listening is a practice in big empathy, divorced of expectations or demands. Instead, it asks you to simply serve, to witness the divinity in another, imperfections in all. Try deep listening today. You'll be amazed at how rewarding it is. So listen to your intuition today, and it's also telling you to follow, I guess, follow your heart in a sense, but also you know you're stronger than this person. You can clearly see that this person is struggling through esteem issues. So what it's saying is just listen to what they say. They just need somebody to talk to, or just need somebody to vent to, or just need to know that everything is going to be okay. And you are a person, Gemini, who embodies that level of empathy and compassion, where you might be a little bored or a little reticent of listening to people and their problems, in a sense where it shortchanges you. You don't have anybody to listen to your problems, in a sense, or you may feel like I'm being misused or abused, or I'm only attracting a lower frequency. So what's wrong with my frequency? But I feel like you operate from a space of love and a space of hope and optimism, and you believe that you're supposed to serve a purpose. It's a part of your purpose and how you show up for other people. It's a part of your purpose to show up in peace and tranquil, or to embody it, embody that peace and solitude to teach others how to attain it so they can get out of the luxury of poor self-esteem, low value, low self-worth, low self-esteem. You're teaching somebody without even realizing you're doing it, just by a random act of kindness of just listening to them. Even if they're talking a bunch of nonsense that you don't even agree with, you just listening to them gives them hope. It gives them confidence. It just lets them know that somebody believes in me, that I'm worth something, and it inspires them to go be great. So you may not have realized that in an in-depth experience like that, you are a major catalyst to get somebody off their ass and start tapping into their inner star player and just allowing them, or just them being inspired to want to be the best replica of themselves, Gemini. So if that makes sense, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.